Good, good, good. Okay, good morning. Welcome to the Committee on Public Safety, Judiciary, and Homeland Security. So, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Kniezek.
Good morning, here.
Commissioner Kinlock.
Present.
Commissioner Basham.
Here.
Commissioner Scott.
Present.
Chair Clerk Coleman.
Here.
You have a quorum present.
Thank you. Next item,
B, Chairwoman's remarks.
and I have none. Next item,
C, approval of the January 26, 2022 meeting minutes.
okay, can I get a motion?
So moved, Madam Chair.
Support.
Been properly moved by Commissioner Scott, supported by Commissioner Kinlock. Are there questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? The motion carries. Madam Clerk.
E, finished business. There is none listed.
Okay. All right, so what we're going to do here is that we're going to move on to the items. And we're going to take all these items we're going to discuss all the items and then we'll vote on them vote for a recommendation at one time. Okay, so Madam Clerk, the next one is.
Item 1, under new business, communication from Samaya Harb, Director of Administration, Sheriff's Office, forwarding a report on the county-owned vehicles assigned to the Sheriff's Office that are being taken home, used outside of Wayne County, and the reason why.
Okay.
Through the chair,
Yes.
Good morning
morning.
to everybody. Sumaya Harb, Director of Administration for the Sheriff's Office. In accordance with Enrolled Ordinance 2021-548, this is a report about the take-home vehicles. Under Sheriff Jafer assesses the need to take vehicles home depending on who has to respond to emergency calls at the jails. I'm proud to say as of February 1st, 2022, and I think the report has 2021 on it, so I apologize for that mistake. We have reduced the number of take-home vehicles to 54, which 5 of those are shared on-calls vehicles. Last year, we had 58 take-home vehicles, and the year before that, in 2020, we had 61 take-home vehicles. So we are working diligently to reduce the number of take-home vehicles. So that should put a smile on Commissioner Basham's face, I hope.
Okay, is that it?
Yes, that's it. If you have any questions, with me, I'd like to introduce Lieutenant Gloucester. He oversees the fleet and the repairs and what have you. So if you have any specific questions concerning any of the vehicles, he can answer them as well.
Okay, Commissioner Ray Basham.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Actually, my numbers are exactly the same as Samaya's. We've actually gone from 61, which was down to 54, and you know it's easy to complain, but quite frankly, this is just a word of thanks from this commissioner to the sheriff doing a good job.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, and I would let the sheriff and the undersheriff know.
I was about to say, please
Thank
pass that on.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's not often. It's not often that we get compliments. So I'm going to take it to heart, and of course, I'm going to share it.
But thank you.
Okay, moving along, Madam Clerk.
Item 2, requesting Commission approval of modification 1 to a grant award with the Michigan State Police Office of Highway Safety Planning.
Okay,
Through the chair, this
Yes.
is our secondary roads grant that we receive every year. Earlier during the year, and we received only $600,000, and that really put us in a bind. Just most recently, we received another allocation of $955,000, which gave us enough money to make sure that we are fully staffed at the secondary roads. It also allowed us to buy CADs and tickets, printers, radios for the units, motorcycles, and needed vehicles. So we're extremely happy with the additional money that we received from the state so we can operate properly in the secondary roads.
Okay, so initially you just received 691,000, is that correct?
Yes, yes,
And then later on, they sent you another
yes,
one,
allocation.
another $955,000.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
we're very happy. We're very happy with that. And yes,
And that this came from the state police.
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
are there any questions on this item? Commissioner Basham.
Madam Chair, my question is, now, county sheriff has countywide jurisdiction. And it's my understanding that I know the townships would be available to do that, but can the secondary road patrol also do cities? And there's a reason I'm asking this question.
I can have Lieutenant Gloucester answer that, and my answer is yes, because there are specific roads that we are allowed to go on and patrol under the secondary roads. Lieutenant Gloucester, are you on?
Yeah, Lieutenant Gloucester, through the chair. Absolutely. They can do all of Wayne County as long as it falls within the grant guidelines of a secondary road.
Yeah. I think the only restriction is the city of Detroit.
They can respond off of a secondary road as long as it's an emergency.
Yep.
And Madam Chair, if I may continue,
ahead.
the reason I'm asking this is because holding the phone in your hand is a violation of state law. And I've talked to 18 judges, and including the Sheriff Washington, but 7 police agencies. In any way, that's an issue. It's a public safety issue. And we need to do what we did with the seat belts, with the baby seats, with the booster seats, and also emergency vehicles, like wreckers on the side of the road and stuff like that, construction zones. People, even though it's against the law, people still hold their hands. Sometimes, hold their phone in their hands, sometimes both hands when they're driving down the road, or they stop at a traffic light and continue to stop while everybody lights green. This is a public safety issue. And what I would like to do, and I'm working on trying to put it together, is it's not about revenue, it's about public safety. So let them know you're coming and then come out instead of like this, that we come out like this to tell them. And that's what we did with this seat belts. We said, we're going to do this zone. We're going to do enforcement. You cannot hold your phone and drive a vehicle. Put it down. There are apps on the phone that says, I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm driving, those sorts of things. But we need to let people know that we want to enforce the law, not with just local agencies or state police, but with all the agencies, with the sheriffs. And I think the sheriffs is an integral part of this. So I appreciate the answer I got about us being able to do cities as well as townships. Thank you.
Is there an additional cost to cities to patrol those secondary roads in their area, in the out county area?
What do you mean additional costs on the
Well,
cities?
I do know that some cities use the services of the road patrol, and I did at one time didn't like Hamtramck or Highland Park use their services?
We did, but this is Commissioner Scott.
Okay.
Yeah, we did. It was different from the road patrol part, though. We
Mhm.
actually hired them.
That was my confusion.
Yes.
Commissioner, it's Lieutenant Gloucester. Secondary roads is fully funded. There's no charges to the city that I'm aware of or that I've seen. If you're talking about other agreements, sometimes I think they do those for MSEU, but not secondary roads. It's fully
Okay.
funded.
Okay, all right. That was my confusion. Okay, are there any questions on this item? Any questions? Okay, well, next item, Madam Clerk.
Item 4, requesting commission approval of Amendment 2 to a fleet maintenance services contract with 2 one-year options to renew with Metro Tech Automotive LLC.
Okay,
Through the chair, Sumaya Harb again. We are requesting your approval for a 2-year extension for the MetroTech contract. We're not asking for more money. We entered into this contract under an RFP, a request for proposal for the services. MetroTech provides collision repair. They also provide transmission services, electrical repair, as well as maintenance of our aging fleet. So yeah, we're just requesting the extension for 2 years, your approval. If you have any questions concerning any of the repairs, I have the best man here to answer them, and that would be Lieutenant Gloucester. And nobody can take their vehicle to be repaired without going through him. He is the one who says yay or nay on the repair before it even goes to either MetroTech or Bell Tire.
okay, okay. Are there any questions or concerns on this item, on item number 4? Seeing none, we'll move to the next item. Madam Clerk.
Item 5, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to a 3-year contract with 2 one-year options to renew with Bell Tire Distributors.
Through the chair, Sumaya again. We are also requesting your approval for a 2-year extension for the contract with Bell Tire. Bell Tire does provide oil change services, replaces filters, repairs, and replaces tires. This contract too was awarded through a request for proposal, and Bell Tire won the bid. That's all I have for that. Lieutenant, do you need to add anything to the Bell Tire or to the MetroTech?
No, I'm all set. All repairs are
Thank
approved, just like Director Harb says.
Okay. Any questions or concerns on this item? On item number 5? Hearing none, we'll move to the next item. Or is that it?
Last item.
That's the last item. Okay, so we did, you noticed that we skipped item number 3 because because Chief Michael Turner was supposed to be here to make a presentation, but we had to put that off until the next meeting because he had something else that came up that he had to take care of. So we will, at the next meeting, we will entertain that discussion with Chief Turner. So with that, I guess that's it. So can I have I would like to recommend, or I would like for someone to give me a motion to recommend 1 through 5 to the full board.
So, Madam Chair, I recommend this to the full board, these items,
Okay, 1 through 5.
1 through 5,
Excluding
excluding 3. Mhm.
Correct. Okay.
Just need some support now.
And yeah, we do. I'm sitting here
Support.
waiting.
Support.
Okay. It's been moved by Commissioner Scott, supported by Commissioner Basham, that we move this to the full board we recommend this to the full board for approval. Okay. All in favor, please indicate by, oh, wait a minute. Let's do a roll call vote on this.
Commissioner Kniezek,
Yes.
Commissioner Kenlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Basham,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes,
Chair Clark Coleman.
Yes. The motion passes. The next item.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I have not been informed of any.
Public comments.
Okay, now is a time for any comments from the public. At this time, would you please unmute the lines so that we can give the public a chance to comment via Zoom or the telephone. So at this time, if you'd like to make comments to this committee via Zoom or by the phone, please speak up at this time. Second call. This is now public comments time. So if you would like to make a comment via Zoom or by email, either by telephone, please comment this time. All right,
Madam Chair,
third and last call.
Madam
Yes,
Chair, this is Sumaya Harp. Can I make a comment, please? And
you
is
certainly
that okay?
can.
Okay.
Sure.
Public safety committees and every committee that I go to, we always talk about, even including full board, we always talk about excision approval and the ability of a department or an office, elected officials office, their ability to request excision approval. I'd just like to make a comment concerning that and asking Commission to help us as a sheriff's office to find a way for the sheriff's office to request excision approval without going through all the approval processes to get to Commission. The reason I'm asking is the bell tire contract that you see in front of us, I think we started that back in July. And it should have gotten to you in October, way in advance of the end date and before we could renew it. However, it got stuck at the treasurer's office because the treasurer's office thought that Bell Tire owed taxes on a property that they sold 5 years ago. So we, as a sheriff's office, and I'm sure other departments see that, we're stuck between a rock and hard place. I can't, the contract is stuck. I can't ask for excision approval and I can't move it forward. So I'm trying to find a solution on how I can get to Commission and ask them for excision approval while we're going through the process and fixing what needs to be fixed. Is there a possibility to look into it, or?
Joe, are you there?
That's probably a Felicia question.
Yeah, that's I defer to Felicia on that one.
Lisa,
Yeah,
yes.
okay. But Felicia, are you there?
I am here.
Thank you,
Can you
Felicia.
respond? Yeah, can you respond to that question?
So that's a complicated response, and some of which I will defer and not have during this public moment. I will say that with regards to the treasurer's office, if the treasurer's office flags a company as potentially owing back taxes, if we're aware of it, we wouldn't grant exigent approval until that issue is resolved.
Right.
Perhaps in the future, you can, notify us, and then we can perhaps, send something out to the treasurer's office to try to move it along. So that's one thing. With regards to the overall approval process, that's where it gets a little more complicated with regards to the approvals that the sheriff's office or other elected officials are required to have with regards to the administration, because we know that many departments within the administration sign off on your contracts, and whether that's required or not is probably a comment I shouldn't make right now with regards to my personal opinion. My opinion on that. I think that's a conversation that probably needs to be had with the administration, the elected officials, and the commission, not in this public forum, because I believe that there would be disagreements with regards to what is required, what should be required, and what is necessary. So I think that, perhaps, getting with the chairwoman of this body and, with the other elected officials in the administration, I think a larger meeting will be required to sort of resolve that concern, Samaya.
Thank you so much. I just, if I don't ask, I don't get. So I appreciate your comments and your opinion, and I appreciate you listening to me. I just wanted to be on the same page with everybody.
Yeah.
I will definitely get with the chairwoman and then maybe put a meeting together.
Or why don't you get with maybe Felicia and we'll be able to set that meeting up with you and the chair lady. Because I'm sure that the chair lady is going to need the advice of Felicia.
Right, but I'm gonna defer to
No,
Samaya to
no.
set the meeting up because it also will require the administration. It's really going to fall on the
Yes.
administration and what they believe is legally required versus what I may believe is required. So I
Okay.
think a larger group will be necessary. So Samaya, I think we'll be available to, you know, talk you through this and work with you to the extent that you can get that meeting set up with the larger group.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
Yeah, just for my point of information, Felicia, could you provide that in a memo as far as what the current processes are? Or direct me where I can go and find that? Yeah.
Okay, Commissioner, I'll get with you offline.
Just call me.
There is a process. There is no, and I don't know if Aaron from procurement is online. I don't think they have a written document. So that's part of the issue is that the commission doesn't get involved in the TCM system, which is the contract processing system that the administration set up to get contracts to the commission. We didn't have input into that system. We don't control that system. I don't know if the administration has some written rules with regards to that system and what they believe the requirements are. As staff, because we review the contracts, we are aware of many of the requirements, but that is something that the executive branch, the CEO's part, the administration put in place. That is not something that the commission put in place. That is not something that's required by the ordinance. So that's why I said it's going to take a larger discussion, you know, as far as what's necessary and needed to resolve Samaya's concern. But as commission staff, I don't necessarily have that document.
Okay, let me ask you this. So we're just only speaking to, Samaya was only raising what is required to get to our agenda. I'll talk to you offline. Thank you.
Right, but that question, Samaya has to go through the administration. That's why I said that it's a little more complicated, but yes, we can talk offline.
Okay. All righty, moving right along. So we have now one last call for public comment. If you're on Zoom or on the telephone, you can make that comment at this time. Hearing none, Madam Clerk, moving to the next item. Oh, I'm sorry, before we do that, Madam Clerk, are there any emails that you have there that would that has a question here?
No emails.
Okay, all right, moving right along to the next item.
Adjournment.
So move, Madam Chair.
Do I have a support?
Support.
They went to sleep. Okay, thank you.
Okay, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for attending the meeting.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
evening.
Okay,
Good day, everyone.
all right, bye-bye. Thanks, Tony.
Take care.